When you rent our popcorn machine, this is what it will look like, and you will also be getting a scoop to scoop the popcorn, and then should you choose to, you can buy our popcorn packets to go with it, and I'm going to be showing you how to pop the popcorn in this machine. So you can see that this magnetic door just opens up here, and then this tray opens up on the bottom, so while the popcorn is popping, you'll just leave that tray open so that the air can ventilate through and the inside won't get overheated. So you can just leave this open, and the first thing we're going to do is going to turn on that first switch. It says kettle heat, and you want to turn it on. That's going to warm up this kettle right here so that we can start to heat up the oil from the popcorn packet first. As soon as you turn it on, you want to be super careful not to touch the bottom of this pot. The only things you need to touch on here are this metal flap on the top that opens up the top of the kettle, and then this black handle that tips the kettle over. Those are the only things you need to worry about. Just make sure not to touch anything else so you don't burn yourself. And while you're using this popcorn machine, you want it to be attended at all times while you're using it. You don't want to walk away from it. You don't want a kid to accidentally burn themselves. So for safety, you just want to always make sure somebody is watching this while you're popping popcorn. And the little heat lamp is the last switch right there. That'll turn this light on, and then that'll just keep the popcorn already popped warm inside the popcorn machine. So you just want to give the kettle heater a few minutes to warm up, and then once it's done warming up, we'll put the oil inside. So this is the packet that you can purchase from us. I'm just going to cut open just the oil side, and then I'm going to put the oil inside the kettle. So I'm just going to open this top metal flap right here, and then that'll leave an opening inside the kettle that I can put this in. If the temperature is cool out like it is right now and the oil is more of a hard texture, it might take a little bit longer for the oil to melt for you to start using it. If you're doing this in the summer and the oil is already a liquid consistency, you should be good to go to the next step. So once you see that the oil is fully melted, we're going to go ahead and put the popcorn kernels in the kettle as well. As soon as you put the kernels in, you want to turn the motor on so the motor starts mixing the oil and the kernels together. After a minute or two, you'll start to hear it pop like it is now, and you can see I'm keeping this flap open so that this can still stay ventilated while it's popping. And then just like a normal popcorn that you would pop in the microwave, as soon as it starts to slow down and it's not popping as quickly, we're going to dump it out open. Okay, the popping is starting to slow down, so we're going to dump it out. And then if you're done, just make sure to turn off the motor and the heat on the kettle. And you want to dump it out as soon as it starts to slow down, because if you let the popcorn overcook inside the kettle, it will leave a black residue in the inside of the kettle, and it actually will not allow you to continue to pop popcorn after that, which is why you constantly need to keep an eye on it while you're cooking the popcorn. And then if you're not going to use the popcorn right this second, you can just turn that heat lamp on, close the little metal flap, then close this, and then it'll keep the popcorn warm until you're ready to serve it. There is also this tray on the bottom. You'll just pour it out, all the kernels that fall into this tray, and that's how you'll get rid of all the little popcorn kernels left over. And you don't have to worry about doing any fancy cleaning with the machine before you bring it back to us. You actually don't want to use any window cleaners on the inside or outside of the kettle. If you just want to wipe out all of the kernels and all of the food outside of the popcorn machine, that's perfectly fine. But don't use any fancy cleaners when you're cleaning it, because we have a special food grade cleaner that we use to clean our concession machines, and so we'll make sure it's clean and sanitary before the next rental. And then to serve, you can just use our little popcorn bags and then the scoop, and then you're ready to serve for your movie night.